Assalamu alaikum guys, I hope you're doing good. My name is Mchaouar Abderrahmane from Morocco, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank Gizam for giving me such chance to share with you the Moroccan culture, to exchange with you about Morocco, about the religion, about the tradition, and what means Morocco for us. So thank you Gizam for giving me such opportunity to make you feel that you're gonna travel with me to Morocco. So I prefer to call it Aladdin's land. Why Aladdin's land? Because Morocco is such magical country. You will find lots of magical places such as beaches, deserts, spots, and lots of magical food because I'm really a big lover of food. So the summary, we're gonna make an introduction about Morocco. We're gonna talk about the most visited place in Morocco. It's the desert, the Moroccan Hollywood, the beaches, the colorful cities, the culture, the cuisine, and we're gonna conclude. So, Kingdom of Morocco. So first, it's a kingdom. And secondly, it's an African country. Yes, it's not an Arab country, it's an African. It's in Western North Africa that lies directly across the Strait of Gibraltar from Spain. So we Moroccans can travel to Spain just by boat, and it's just 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes by boat from Morocco to Spain. So, Morocco, its rich culture in a blend of African, Berber, European, and Arab influences, because Morocco was colonized by Spain and Portugal and France. So they kind of influenced our culture, our tradition, and even our language. So it's the only country on the Northwest African that resisted the Ottoman occupation that is Turkey right now. It's the only country that resisted to the Ottoman occupation because we faced a lot of colonizing from Spain and from France, so we had to protect our country. So Morocco has exciting attractions such as beaches, deserts, and ancient city. In 2013, it had more than 10 million. Can you imagine 10 million tourists enjoying a lucrative destination? So that number means a lot for us because we are so proud to have such country in Africa that hosted such millions of tourists. So, if you are a lover of legends, and if you are lover of stories, so legends show that it was Hercules who created Morocco when he opened the Strait of Gibraltar. And in a city it's called Tangier, there is a cave of Hercules, where Hercules stayed in this cave for centuries to protect this country. And there is such a story, according to the myth, Hercules left here on his way to steal three golden apples. So now we're gonna speak about the desert, about the most visited place by tourists. So deserts are two main spots where you can discover the Moroccan desert, and it is difficult to recommend it one over the other. And the most famous one is Merzouga. So the desert in Morocco, it's literally different from the desert in Dubai or other Middle East countries, because in Morocco the desert you will find the Moroccan culture. You will ride camels, you will eat breakfast under the stars, and you will feel the Moroccan culture. Uh, like it's totally different from other deserts like in Dubai, because in Dubai you will find luxury cars in the desert, but in Morocco you will find camels. And the Moroccan Hollywood. Yes, there is the Morocco. It's one of the favorite destinations of Hollywood, and they film a lot of movies here. It's the African Hollywood, and we call it the Moroccan Hollywood. So Morocco is that the country is among the most filmed in the world. The desert settings, if you want to film the old centuries, the films of actions, it's the right place. If you have a film, come to Morocco. So the desert settings of Sahara and the authentic charm of the Kasbah are as pictured before as possible. So like the Mummy, The Game of Thrones, John Wick 3, Mission Impossible, Prince of Persia, and lots of more. And here you will see the picture of Game of Thrones here, and it's like there is a place in Merzouga, it's real, and the Mission Impossible in the capital Rabat. So, oh my God, the beaches are my favorite place in Morocco because I'm a surfer, so I love beaches, and I spent like days just sleeping on the beach with my tent. So, even though many consider Morocco to be a developing country, by 2020, the North African Kingdom has 26 beaches awarded the Blue Flag Label. So the Blue Flag Label is an environmental award, and basically Morocco is home to dozens of clean and safe beaches, and you can like surfers, we host lots of competitions, international competitions of surfing, and the most beach that I like is in Dakhla, where you find the desert, and then after the desert there's a beach like in the picture right here. So that's really amazing, and it's real pictures from the beaches in Morocco, the beaches. So the colorful cities. So Morocco is known by their colorful cities, and if there is one thing that defines Morocco more than anything else, that is legendary cities. And my favorite city is the blue one. We call it the pear blue, and I call it the Smurfs city. If you know Smurfs, you know Smurf. So it's their country. It's their cities, and this cities is painted by blue and white. Like all the homes there are painted by blue and white. The second one is Marrakesh. Marrakesh is known as the Red City. That's because the city walls and most of the buildings in the Medina are built of red sandstones. And the blue pair, or the Smurf city, Chefchaouen, the things they are even more extreme. So, there is a fact that you say in Morocco that you can visit four seasons in one day. How you can visit it in one day? So, if you are a sunny person, you can go to the desert and you can enjoy the sun. If you are, a winter person, you can go to the mountains and you can visit it like in we can say 1 week. We can't say 1 day, but we can say 1 week. So the landscape of the country varies widely, and includes coastlines on the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, the lofty peaks of the snow-clad Atlas Mountain, and wide expanses of the Sahara Desert. So now we're gonna talk about the culture, the most important thing, and that we are proud of it, being Morocco, being a North African person. So, numerous races have come down to Morocco, as I said before, from the various corners of the world, and have been absorbed into the mainstream of Moroccan society. So, we have been colonized like from Spain and France and Portugal. So, they influenced our culture and our language. So Moroccans speak three languages. They speak French, they speak Spanish, and they speak Arabic. And we have our own language. It's Moroccan. It's called the Darija. So Darija, it's a mix of three languages: Spanish, French, and Arabic. So Moroccans created this language to communicate to each other when we were occupied, or where we were colonized by Spain and France. So we had to have our own language that we're gonna communicate, and through language we're gonna face the enemy, and we're gonna do like strategy to kick out the colonized who colonized our country. So that's what you will what you will notice in the Moroccan language, the Darija, that is mixed of three languages. Spanish, French, and Arabic. And in the north part of Morocco, people speak like there is north part in Morocco. They speak like Spanish, French, English, Arabic, and Darija, like five languages. So their particular custom, tradition, and belief have influenced Moroccan culture. And as you stroll the streets of each Medina, observe the hidden details of Moroccan daily life. And the Medina, it's like an old city. Like in each city, there is an old neighborhood where you're gonna feel the tradition and feel the culture by I took one pic, this pic it's from an old Medina, old neighborhood, well, you will get in touch with people and know about their culture and about their traditions. So we're gonna move to the cuisine. Right? Like I'm hungry now. Like it's really delicious. Oh my god, I love my country. So So Moroccan cuisine, it's really delicious, really delicious. Like I'm speechless now because we are known by our cuisine, and you can taste a lot of things, and the cuisine reflects your identity. So during the years, Moroccan cuisine became a world famous blend of African, Arab, Andalusian, and Mediterranean food. You see the diversity of even the diversity on food. Like there is lots of countries that influenced our food and the French influence. So dishes as tagine and Moroccan couscous, known as couscous in Berber, are symbolic to the country today. And well, like if you come to Morocco, respectfully, you should eat by your hands, like hands and bread. So that's how you will. Yes, that's like three fingers, and you yummy yummy, like tutti frutti, because like eating in local cafes, or if invited to a home, you may notice the etiquette in Morocco is to use your hands rather than a knife and fork. And why we use our hands, I will give you, like small details that we say it among us. Like when we are in a restaurant, we eat by our hands. And like a tourist ask why Moroccans, like a French ask why you eat with your hands, you don't eat with fork and knife. So Moroccans, like a Moroccan told him, because I know how I washed my hands, but I don't know who washed the fork and the knife. Like in a restaurant, he was eating with his hands, and the French guy asked him, "Why you eat with your hands? It's disrespectful. It's disgusting." So he responded, the Moroccan guy, "I know how I wash it, but I don't know who washed the knife and the fork." So that's a little information, and why it's lot answer why we eat with our hands. Oh, the Moroccan music. Like I like parties and everything. So Moroccan music, we have our own music type. It's Gnawa. It's Gnawa, like you see in the photo here. So Moroccan Gnawa, it's like where you define your country, and you should to listen it. So Gnawa music takes us on spiritual but also cultural journey, being classified by UNESCO as World Heritage since 2019. So Gnawa music tells the story of slaves from the sub-Saharan African. This ritual song with traditional music and dancing that you just go with the flow. And Madonna, you see in the second picture, it's Madonna. Madonna came to Morocco and she was surprised by Gnawa, and she really fell in love with the Gnawa music. And we host one of the biggest festivals in the world of music. It's called Mawazin. So Mawazin is one of the biggest, like top five biggest festivals in the world, where we host like international artists such as Rihanna, Shakira, Travis Scott, Migos, Marshmello, DJ Snake, David Guetta. We host a lot of lot of big names that perform on the stage. So that's how we show the diversity, that we are not strict. We are an open country where we accept all religions and all cultures. So, that's a fact. That's another fact. That's Morocco's national drink in the Berber whiskey. The Berber whiskey, or we call it the Moroccan beer, or as we know, it's West mint tea. So it's fact. Like I don't. Up to 70% of the Moroccan body is tea. It's not water. So so I'm sorry for saying that, but like Moroccan tea, it's way more better than Turkish tea. That's a fact. That's a fact. So it's a, but like I tried the Turkish tea, but it's not for me. Look, how you can resist to this picture? Oh, that's a fact. So, we gonna finish, but as you travel across Morocco, you will discover it is a land of art and history. The country alone has hosted Berber, Phonicians, Arab, South Saharan African. So we and North, Vandals, Roman, Andalusian, Muslim, and Jewish, even Jewish, Muslim, and Jewish. So we are really proud of taking all the all the people who came to our country, all the who influenced our country and made our own tradition, our own culture. So that's what we are proud of. And what you will notice in Morocco, that you will find an Arab, a Muslim, and Jewish neighbors. You will find a Spanish and an Arab living together. That's the biodiversity, and that's what we appreciate about our country. So I'm gonna leave you with a video that it represents our country. So that's I'm gonna finish. That's what are you waiting? What are you waiting? That's more than enough. I'm done. I'm done. That's more than enough. So book your flight and come to discover it by yourself. Yalla yalla. So for more questions, so if you wanna more questions, don't hesitate to contact me via Instagram or email. I have it here. And welcome to Morocco. Wish you all the best. And thank you so much for giving me the chance to share with you my culture. And I was a little bit stressful, but I tried to dance. So that's it. Thank you so much.